Clouded moments, hazy pictures in my mind. I've seen this moment before. Can I go there again with you? Reminisce of where time stands still.
Morning. So you know the other day when I said autumn's coming in the last video, it's 30 degrees in the UK. Like in September, 30 degrees in the UK. It's absolutely boiling, which is lovely, but come on, global warming, surely, or something to that nature. Anyway, it's compelled me to shoot another video, so here we go. Before we get going, please like and subscribe, and let's help push things forward. So I wanted to elaborate on the entity content because that seems to be what people enjoy, and I thought that it would be a good opportunity to really dive into the blue-skinned lady. Now, the blue-skinned lady, or the blue lady, or the purple lady, or the diamond-encrusted avatar lady with neon hieroglyphs all over her face and hands, is a recurring character in my breakthrough experiences. Before we go any further, I'm just going to stand and take in the power of this star rising on this beautiful morning.
Clouded moments, hazy pictures in my mind.
I'm not going to delve too much into my beginner science rubbish that I know nothing about psychology wise. I'm just going to tell you what it means to me, describe her, where she first came about. So I think the first time this entity arose was I was kind of being scared by some kind of demonic spectre. Sort of gargoyle-y, demonic face was kind of trying to frighten the shit out of me. And I remember being cradled or scooped up by what was like a feminine presence. I never saw it. It just kind of scooped me up and sort of said, no, he's had enough. I remember that kind of maternal vibe permeating. I'm thinking, that's nice. Mummy's come to collect me, save me from the monster. And then from there on in, every DMT experience that I had with any kind of clout, this feminine spirit would be present at first, and then more so in various incantations, very regular feature in my experiences, ranging from kind of this sprightly elfish fairy queen with always blue skin. Always blue skin is the kind of predominant. Let's get some sort of camera out. Blue skin is like the signature, it would appear, and I've seen her. So blue skin is like the signature, and she would, like I said, appear as this kind of elfish fairy queen with neon hieroglyphs all over her body and head. Very difficult to look at her face. Very, very difficult to look at her face. Sometimes she would be hiding behind some kind of geometric shield of sorts, and popping out, and then you'd kind of look, your mind's eye would try and focus in that direction, bang, and you would just catch glimpses, but giggling and laughing and very childlike, but very supernatural and powerful, and sort of just a resident of that space. So that's kind of, more often than not, it's actually, she is this kind of childlike, elfish, bright. But then in other instances and other experiences, she's appeared as a child, And one, there are about 5 or 6 of my experiences that are many, where I can recall, interaction with this childlike entity in greater depth. It feels like this sort of feminine presence is there in a lot of my experiences, but there are 5 or 6 where it was really, really, blatantly obvious that this was the same character dressed up in a different garment. And that may well be, I know I said I wasn't going to get into the science of it, but it's very possible that it's some kind of psychology. From my perspective, I'm not averse to that. But from a subjective perspective, this is the entity we're talking about. So she would turn up as a child with a red cape but blue face on a little trike, roll into the scene somehow. Other instances is I've gone in to an experience, I've seen her, she's tried to beckon me in deeper, and I haven't been able to get there, and therefore she sort of waves bye-bye, see you next time. And then other instances where I've gone back into the experience in the same evening, and she's already there waiting, and just kind of then acts as some kind of gatekeeper, pushing you further into the experience, further into the next stage of absolute complexity and otherworldly things to look at, gifts and boxes and just the most intricate, impossible structures, pyramids, cities, alien environments. I mean, alien not in the sense of extraterrestrial, kind of steer away from that, but just alien to us, alien to humanity, to some kind of other dimension of existence, really, that's, whether or not it's far beyond ours, whether it's right here next to us, whether it's whatever it is, that's where she tries to shove you through the gate. So I'm going to try and do a mid-journey image and then animate it, and have a few goes at it and put it at the end of this video. So hang around and see what that looks like, whether or not I can get something that's kind of close. It just would be impossible, really, because the multi-dimensional nature of the experience and what's on display is not recreatable, but we've got to try, right? So the blue-skinned female entity, lots of people see her. I've watched lots of videos where Shane Moss talks about his purple girlfriend in a DMT experience. Paul Smith, not Liam Smith the boxer, Paul Smith the comedian, Liverpudlian comedian. I'll link that video below because it's well worth a watch. My good friend, or our good friend RN Voot, posted it to me the other day, and he talks about DMT and his DMT experiences, and then he says at the end about meeting a blue woman. So she is prevalent, and whether or not this contact becomes more established over time, when we sort of are able to document these experiences and share the information, whether or not this becomes a more common theme, who knows? But I definitely have seen her and have had interactions with her on numerous occasions. And if you talk kind of spirit guides or some sort of guide, I would say that that's what it feels like, that she is some kind of guide for guiding your consciousness through and looking out for you in that space, and it's almost like that's her role. That's like she's assigned to kind of do that for us. Who knows? It's interesting. It might just be a load of old bollocks. It's well worth talking about. So yeah, that's it today. DMT, Blue Lady. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe. The last video seems to have got some traction. I hope this one will. Justin is back. We're going to talk laser beams and DMT from this experiment that's been going on. So we'll see you soon. TTFN.
Clouded moments, hazy pictures.